Game Show. We're on air at 9 o'clock on every weekday night, taking calls about the Jazz.
Hello, good evening and welcome to Rangers Radio. I'm myself, Oxford, on the panel tonight. Is that man Bridge again? How we doing, Bridge?
Oh, good evening to you, Oxford. I'm doing very well, thank you. Hope you're doing so well yourself. Big good evening to all the boys in the lobby, all the Ball Rangers fans all over the world. Good evening and welcome to Rangers Radio.
Right, okay, mate. I've got one for you, just specially for you, mate.
Especially for you.
I don't know, that may be your number. Right, famous game on this day, yeah?
A famous game on this day. Oh my goodness.
Johansen scored the winner. So.
Oh, was that the game? I was at the game.
Right, so you were at the game.
Hampden Park.
Right,
when was that? 1960. Okay.
That was the fifth time Rangers had won the cup. Miller and Wilson played in all five, scoring 6 goals between them. Ronnie McKinnon and Henderson played in 4. Gregg and Provan played in 3. Johansen won his only medal that night. Who else in the team was it their only medal that evening?
Oh my God, what a terrible, terrible question. Wow. It was the first met. When you say the only, so they never went on to score anymore. Okay.
The only medal was.
Yeah, well, it wasn't Ralph Brand then, was it? Ching, so. That's a really good question, that, you know. Wow.
Come on, Bridge.
Oh, I can't think. I can't. Just give me a second.
Well, you're going to have to up your game here. This is a many
Oh, excuse me. What? Oh, I'd be way back 1963, 63, was it? 62, 63?
Oh, 66, mate.
66 then, okay. 66. Well, now, let's think. Oh, wait a minute.
No, don't get it. The team.
I'm going to try and say that.
Come on, Bridge.
God, my mate, my head's. I know. George McLean.
No, I think
no. Okay.
Right. George McLean was playing.
Aye.
Ritchie, Johansen, Provan, Gregg, McKinnon, Miller, Henderson. A big clue here. Bobby Watson.
Oh my God.
George McLean, Willie Johnson, Davy Wilson. Bobby Watson was the.
Bobby Watson.
Yeah. There you go.
You can forget about him, but you kind of forget.
Did he not end up a minister or something? Did he manage Liverpool or something? Did he?
He played with. I think he went to Thistle and then Motherwell or something like that, and became a manager. Did you own cars? Did you open a car showroom or something like that? Anyway, you know, quite amazing.
There you go.
Actually, a lot of folk quite liked him, but he wasn't one of these. He wasn't a standout star. You could call a star, and he wasn't all like Henderson or anything like that. But I would never have guessed that. Never on a bunch of Sundays.
So, well, I take it the main topic of conversation will be today the fact that the EGM's been granted, and the 12th of May, Bridge.
Yeah, I think that can only be a good thing. To at least it brings things to a head, and hopefully, all these clubs are going to see whatever evidence that Rangers are going to put forward to them and make their mind up. But I'm quite convinced in my mind. I'm feeling quite negative. I'm not quite Stardog material yet. He's quite positive about these kind of things. I don't think there's very many clubs in there like us that much, and I don't trust them anyway. But we'll see what happens. And I think it's great news for us. At least it's one victory.
I'm sure we'll know, because I can't see if Rangers have committed to give them all the evidence before the meeting, unless they give them it 2 minutes before the meeting. If they give them it 2 days or a day before, I'm sure within an hour, mate, it'll be all over the internet and everybody will know about it.
Yeah, that's the truth. We don't want to. I would hope we don't do anything like that. I want everything quite above board. I think we've spoken about that before. And it'd be nice if Rangers did things the right way and with a touch of class. And if they've got the evidence, put the evidence down and let everybody see it, and be either convinced or unconvinced, or just hate themselves to death and they hate us with it. That's what I kind of feel is going to happen. They probably don't like it no matter what's going to happen. I'll go back to the two teams that allegedly Motherwell and Hamilton. They're not going to, no matter what happens, they're not going to vote for us. So there's nothing we can say. And I'm sure they're not all alone.
We'll see. I suppose it'll run for a wee while yet.
Was it mid-May? Is it mid-May?
12th of May.
12th of May, right?
12th of May. Right, so what we'll do is we'll up the lines, and I'm sure some people have some thoughts on it. Eh?
I would hope so. And the number is 0141 356 1972.
Or you can join us at Skype at rangersradio.online, where you will be brought on the call. We'll listen to this old school bluer Fox.
Oh, Foxy's back. By the way, a big shout out to Foxy coming back. Well pleased. Well done, old boy.
With a new haircut, mate. And
he's not got a new haircut, has he?
Aye, so I would say a Gary Cooper style bridge. He's got a bit of colour about him, so he's back to fighting fit, mate.
Gary Cooper?
Aye.
Wow. Gary Cooper. Mind you, he does have that chiseled look about him, Foxy. He does have a chiseled look.
That's because his jaw's been barred a few times.
Oh, poor Fox. Oh, dear.
He's got a new hairstyle. He's suiting it, mate, and he's got a bit of colour about him.
So can I ask a question? Who did he get his hair done? Did he do it himself?
I can't answer that, mate. That wouldn't be fair. In this days of social distancing, that wouldn't be fair. But it looks like it was a lassie a reach of 3 metres. If I'm being really honest with you, I think she was using the rest when she cut his hair.
Oh, Fox. That's
anyway, we've been joined by Stardog, Evening Stardog. And we've also been... Evening Stardog.
Evening Oxchairs, Bridgeman.
Hi, Stardog. How you doing, buddy? All right?
Hi, not bad, mate.
Sam, great. Absolutely brilliant.
Fox, your mind, Stardog?
Just a lot of things, really, but this meeting that's going to take place in the 12 Fox year, it's my understanding that I think is it 32 or 33 clubs have to agree for us to go to an independent investigation. I know I know Bridgeman thinks I'm being positive in that, mate. It's something I would like to happen. It's not something realistically I think is going to happen. It's just something I would like to see happening. Everybody getting together and seeing what we could do to work things out for the sake of the league and that. But it's not going to happen, mate. I really don't think we'll get the investigation. I don't see 32, 33 clubs agreeing to anything that we put on a table, mate.
Yes, I agree with you. And I would say it depends on the smoking gun that Rangers have got started.
Aye, 100% Oxshare. I just don't see any way possible. If it had to be a bit more or less teams, maybe say 10 teams, even at that, for a push would be hard for Rangers to get 10 clubs on side. But at some point, mate, these clubs ought to have they really need to have a look at themselves, mate, and see what's going to benefit the rest of Scottish football and stop making it an agenda against the one team. It's got to be for everybody. So let's hope if we have got something there that's worth shouting about, they see that for what it is. If it's not right, I want something done about it for all the clubs. And I think it's about time we all started storming together rather than keep kicking Rangers all the time, because it's not right.
Right, mate, all right. You've been consistent in your views. Very admirable. Anyway, we've been joined by George. Evening, George.
How's all doing, boys? All right?
Hi, George.
All right, mate.
Hi, George.
What you were saying there, Ox, and I can see where Stardog's coming from, Ox, but I listened to the radio stations tonight, and I have done, and I've been a wee bit, I didn't know how the meetings were going to go and things like that, but I can hear a different tone in certain things now, Ox. I was debating whether we actually had evidence here or we were just doing a bit of scaremongering on that. I think there is evidence there, Ox. And one of the callers in the thing the night says, what can be the outcome? What if there is evidence here? Well, if there's evidence here, there's been skullduggery going on. So if it's involved in one club or 5 clubs or 10 clubs, Ox, surely would want to get to the bottom of it. Because this is not just going to be one thing that's happened. There's going to be a few things that's happened, and you can't trust these people. So I'm in the belief now that I think there will be a meeting happens. I think the investigation will go ahead because I think things have actually happened now. I don't think we've took this as far. Just as a wee scaremongering tactic, I think there's really things there.
All right, I suppose when the evidence becomes public, George, it'll be sort of trial by media by then, won't it? Rather than the behind closed doors when the clubs meet.
The only thing that worries me about Ox here... Sorry, George, on you go, mate.
No, on you go, you're right.
I was going to say, the only thing that worries me about it is, Oxshare, if we're saying that we've got information there that other clubs have been bullied and manipulated, where are these other clubs? Why are they not coming out and saying that? Why are Rangers doing all the talking for these other clubs? Why are these clubs not coming out and saying, it's us that they're talking about, by the way, they're right, with what?
I suppose it'll all come out in the watchdog. I don't know if it's coercion, bullying, harassment, or bullying. It'll come out and maybe there's been... I don't know, bribery's maybe a strong word, but the offers made that which shouldn't have been made. But George, explain what you're saying about the tone, mate. What were you picking up?
Well, last week there was a certain person on one of the radio stations, Ox, and it was all let Rangers make this public. Rangers should come out and tell everybody. Rangers should have just had this for the last minute and things like that. And then it's the night when I heard that it was a completely different scenario. They were talking about when the George Cadet one never went through for Celtic and things like that, and they were saying I could just tell with the tone. I could just tell with the tone that it was completely different. And the people on the phone, I mean, they're talking about they don't know if there is going to be a change in the leagues to 14 or things like that. I think this is just being put out there as a wee feel good for making people get certain votes in that through. I could just see a tone and a change in the voice of the way everybody was talking. Last week it was all, well, let's Rangers prove this, let Rangers prove this. They've not got any evidence. And now the night it seemed to be, well, if the evidence is there, we're going to have the meeting. And at the last minute the meeting's been called off. So I'm starting to think and realise things there. And I think we've got good evidence to get people moved off of this board, Ox.
Well, I mean, Bridgman, what I would say is, well, I don't know Neil Doncaster, don't want to know him, but with the greatest respect, he can't claim he had done a good job for Scottish football.
No, I don't think he's done not even half a good job in the time he's been here. I think that he's been, I don't know, he's buried head in the sand half the time, you know. I'm not keen on the guy. I haven't been keen on him and his partner either. The guy, the cricket guy. I think he'd been a disaster for Scottish football. But more so, he seems to be the character that suits the way the SPFL board was structured. And he was a kind of natural sit in there and like a patsy. To me, he's like a patsy. We'll give you a few bob, we'll make, and ends up he's got a really good salary for the job he does. But really and truly, he's just a patsy, and he'll do what certain people say he's got to do, and that's all there is to it. And the executive is doesn't run the place. The executive is being run from a different source.
How can they justify that? That's about 3 times what the Prime Minister earns.
I mean, I just don't know. I don't think anybody knows. I really don't think any. Look, we're probably one of the poorest wee leagues going. That we're fortunate that we got a couple of teams that do not too bad in Europe and go on wee runs and things like that. I'm talking about in general. We've got 2 clubs that can do some things like that. Other clubs are just they're not very good. But I don't understand.
It feels like Oxford as if You don't really know me as a person, but you know me enough to like me, right? You get me down to your
I've never
core
said
business
I've
and
liked
just.
you. I've never said
I know you. I knew you were going to say that, right? But you get me down to your core business and you give me an office and you give me a job and you give me a good salary just because you like me. That's what that feels like to me. Just because your face fits, you're getting in there and you're getting the salaries, you're getting the good job, you're getting the run of the place, and you're getting to do what you want. That's what he's been doing for the past
mean,
10, 11 years.
people would say there's an agenda, mate, and the agenda is and you become a patsy because you're getting used by certain people. And
Aye.
that's what it's felt like for the last, I don't know, since Reagan and Doncaster.